Hello, ladies and gentlemen. It is Stack back here with another video, and yeah, it was another great round. Got 2,285. I thought that was a pretty decent score for what I was aiming for. I went up like 2,000 ranks, and my team value's 11.4, but it's a little bit less. It's 1 point. It's 11.8 because I've got cash in the bank. Your team value doesn't include cash in the bank, so I'm at 11.8 team value at the moment. 11,000 ranked, which is nice. Um, I would have maybe liked to gone up a little bit more, but as you can see from my trade I did last week, if you watched the video, I brought in Samson Ryan for Doherty, which was a bit of a money trade, and I'll show you why in a second. And of course, it comes at a little detriment of points, but the fact I was still able to get a score like this and still go up in ranks, I'm really happy with that, and I'm excited for another round. So yeah, let's quickly get into the team and start not waste too much time of it. So we've got some DPP changes now, like Wilmot, Zeeble, Sheasel, and all that, which offers some more flexibility, which is really nice. Yeah, pretty good. Backline, I brought Sicily in for Darcy Cameron when he got injured, and it's just been a blunder. Like Sicily is just not getting the ball as much as I would have liked. Like when I brought him in, he was like just getting kick the kick and all that, and he was having a feast, and he's still scoring okay, but he's doing it hard. Like look, 18 marks, 15 marks. What do I get him for? 4 marks and 6 marks. It's like come on, mate. And he runs away from kick ins now. Like anytime there's about to be a kick in, you see him booking it. So it's a bit of a shame. Dacos is D1 this year. Gimby, yeah, he's managed. He's a bit tired now, so it's a bit of unfortunate. But he's made us. How much cash has he made us? 125k. He's done his job. He's been a great rookie, and I mean, sadly, he'll probably have to cop the chop soon. So, and then there's also Gimby, and so McKenna. I think I'll hold him. He finished off the game pretty well. Jones, he made a bit of recovery, so this is a little win from the money game. So I was contemplating doing Jones to like a Sinclair or someone. But if I did Jones to Sinclair this week, how much points would I have gained? I was talking about Sinclair as a cheap option. I would have got, oh, where is he? 90 points. So I would have got 2 points, but I would have lost 30k and not made 22k. So not only was there a point game there was also a money game. So I was pretty happy I held on Jones, and yeah, his cash gen is now going to start up. What's his break even? 31. Eh, it's okay. But if you can shake that bad score off, then you'll be a bit better off. So yeah, nice little win from Liam Jones. Darcy Wilmot, very nice cash gen. Cohen and Constable. Constable's probably never playing again, and Cohen I think is going to get dropped. So we'll wait and see for these two. Who else? Also, one little worry about this week. So, because it's Anzac on Tuesday, it's a really long week. So it's going to be a bit hard to make teams because we won't know these teams until we won't know these teams till Monday, and we won't know this team till Sunday. So I'm looking at potential dangers like Samson Ryan, Davey, who's some other rookies people got. Not much from Richmond, or maybe if you're a Chandler or even a Van Bruin owner, you won't really know what's gonna happen till Monday, and that's also a bit harder as well because Gorn's meant to be back this week, and it's a longer week, so he's probably got more of a timeline. Like he needs to be fit for like a Saturday session, not like your usual Thursday or Friday. Now, if he's fit by Saturday, he could probably get in. So yeah, bit rough around here, so you got to be a little bit careful if you own rookies in these games. And who else is there? Oh, keep going with the thing. I got Oliver here, 115, Bont, 145, captained Bont, so my lowest captain score was Oliver for 113 at the start of the year, but in the meantime, I've got he's 133, 150, then I got Dacos as 153, and now I've got Bonds 145. So bit of luck in that element with the captains this year that I've averaging nearly 140 in captains, but yeah, pretty happy with that. Also, I got my captain choice at the end of the video. I'll explain. But first, we need to bring in players. Green, he probably would have scored 110 if he didn't give away two free kicks and a 50 meters in the first couple minutes. Bit disappointing on his end because straight from the get go he was like -5 and takes a bit to work back, and he's 92 at fourth quarter time, so he could have finished high and he slowed down, but it's these little things. He's not top 10 in my opinion anymore, so he'd be a luxury trade. But at the moment, he's 107 average on field. I'm not going to play him. He can just stay there. Goulden's has had a bit of a rough time lately, and he's got Geelong coming up, so he could probably play well against Geelong. It looks like he does, but I want more from him. He's got a pretty low floor considering he only got 15 disposals here and 85 points, so I'm happy to keep holding him, but we'd want more from him. So let's hope Goulden comes back. Who else? Setterfield doing his job. He held Clary up, the cheeky bugger. But he's got Collingwood next week, and as you can see, Collingwood really hold up midfielders. So I'm a bit worried. Although he does have a what's it called? Zach Merritt's expected to be out, so that's really interesting, and it makes me kind of want to hold him, especially. Well, I don't know if Merritt hurts him or not, but he's definitely gonna be finding a lot more of the ball. Don't know, that one's tough. I'm not gonna cut. I don't keep reiterating. Won't keep reiterating on him, but he's a pretty good player and I like him. But he might have to go for my trade plan. See it. Hopper doing well, making money. Ashcroft also making money. He's someone that's getting to a nice price to move out, but since we know he's a number one pick, and he's got a 44 break even, just give him another couple of weeks until he's fully plumped up. And the thing is, he's not like a Dacos who we can hold for the whole year because he's playing half back. The issue with Ashcroft and the same as Gimby is they play midfield, and as 18-year-olds playing in the midfield, you get your body beaten up quite a bit, and you're just gonna get tired and worn out. So Gimby's practically ready for a rest, and Ashcroft is gonna probably be a week or two away, unless they put him like half forward more to give him like a bit of a break. But I don't see it happening. Davey being out actually was pretty useful because then I got the loop with Will Phillips, and Will Phillips scored me a 74, and he looks pretty much set in that north side. He looks good. He makes them look like a bit. He looks good in that midfield, and I think Simpkins gonna be out for a little bit. If his injury was major, he will go check it out. Fan footy. Where was he? North game. Simpkins' injury was spent with a finger injury, so maybe he left all right, but it was definitely one of the best midfielders for North Melbourne. If you were an owner, Tom Powell's probably nearly on the chopping block. I wouldn't say you'd keep Zerhan on it, but Tucker's probably close as well. So I'm pretty happy with Will Phillips. He should hold his spot, and with a break even of 7, he should make some more money. Cam McKenzie, I think, done a doozy though. He actually went negative. Didn't even make money. God, that's unfortunate. And an 89 break even as well. It's all because he was a sub. I held him hoping he would get subbed on early and make some money. He's never going to be on my field, but I was hoping he can make some cash, but it doesn't look like it anymore. Oscar Baker, I like him as a rookie. He's pretty good. I think I'm going to hold him because he was really decent in that fourth quarter for Port, and he shouldn't be the one getting dropped. So I think he has more cash to make Baker. Shrek and Marshall, nice little recovery, considering Witts and Nank have gone down. Although the alternative Grundy and English would have still been way better. I think just Darcy and Marshall have started to come back, and both averaging over 100. I can't really complain. Oh, sorry about that. Apologies. Dunkley 110, decent. Dunks is dunks. Taranto Taranto's actually been going back pretty hard. Like my concern was he was always a butcher, and believe he still is, but he's starting to get a bit of form. He just finds the pill a lot, and I'm just loving what he's giving in my team. He's in a lot of teams, so it's not even that big. But proud of Taranto. He's a butcher, but he's done good. Rosie, well, wow, he had a good comeback, and he's got West Coast this week. But I want more from him. He should be triple digit average. Come on, Rosie, big week for you, West Coast. Zeeble, Sheasel doing what they do. Oh, Sheasel's a gun. He runs so well off halfback, and he gives them a lot of options. But Zeeble, I think he's just got such a nice kick, and seeing Zeeble take kick outs and then Sheasel doing halfback work, it's just a nice little combo to see. And I think Zeeble should be the main kick out man. I don't know why they'll take him off him. Anytime he does a kick out, it's usually like a work of art. It's nice 50-meter kicks they make it to players. He's like the general down there, and I think they'll keep giving the kick outs. Samson Ryan was a nice pickup considering how many marks he dropped. The difference between a 56 and a 70 right here is just clunking a couple of those. So happy to hold him. He probably won't get dropped. They've got no one else there, and yeah, let's hope it's dry at the MCG on Monday. Fergus Green, he's been really lovely as well. He's made a nice recovery. I was tempted to trade him to Chandler a couple of rounds ago because he was only averaging 50, and then, you know, Chandler was going nuts, and I would have had to pay an extra 50k for Chandler. But happy I held because Green's made a nice little comeback, and 270s in a row gives him a negative break even of 15, and he's got Adelaide next week, so let's hope he can hopefully kick a couple more. And he's at Tasmania as well, so let's hope. Caminiti also made a good amount of cash. How much has he made for me? 127k, lovely, but he's made a bit of a blunder at near the end of the game, and he's gone and taken out Nathan Murphy. So I'm suspecting I'm gonna lose Kama for anywhere between 2 to 3 weeks. The difference is he's not injured, so he's not gonna come back sluggish. He'll probably come back better, but yeah, really disappointing. He was doing really well, and that means I'm gonna have to make some moves. So for the fun part, let's get to the trades. So Cam McKenzie, Gimby, these two are the must-goes. I think with both of my trade options, you won't be seeing these two not in my trades. And as you can see before, I had 384k in the bank, so just these two trades alone, I have 944,000 to play with. But to make the moves I want, I will be activating a boost this round. It is starting again to upgrade season, and there is quite a lot of options I want to choose from at a good price. I did want Merit, but Merit's now going to be suspended for a week. If he can turn it over, I'll probably pick him up, but we've got to cross our fingers and hope for the best for Merit. I love him as a player, and he's such a great kick, so bit of a shame I'm going to have to skip out on Merit. But let's hope he gets back in. Other than that, let's see my other options I have. Now, my first option is to trade out Setterfield. Now, Setterfield with Merit out is going to be good for him, and you know, he's been playing pretty well. He's got me like an 80 and 90 and 98k. So bit shame I'm gonna have to trade him out. But if I want to get these two players in, I need the extra money that I would get from instead from like a McKenna or anyone else, and that would be Took Miller. So we got Took Miller, and where's the other boy I want? Where's the other guy? Laird. Nice little cheap discounts, 30k cheaper and 60k cheaper, which is crazy for what they can do. And I'll be getting basically, I guarantee 2 top 8 mids. And although someone can look at it and say he's averaging 108, I guess the thing you got to remember in Super Coaches, it's not a 108 for me. If I bring him in and he goes 120 the rest of the season, goes to 120 all 16 and 17 rounds, he's coming for 120 average for me. The 108 just means I'm getting him for a discounted price, but It only matters from what he scores from now on. And with Dawson having a big rise, Dawson I'll have to bring in, but bringing him in now is conceding, and I'd rather just try and find a little special value elsewhere. Is just yeah, it's gonna help Laird a lot. If Hawthorn bring back Finn McGuinness to lay a tag, there's no way in hell they'll be tagging Laird. You will put the tag on Dawson because he is just such a good kick of the footy. Oh, actually, I'll take that back. He is a great kick of the footy, and I said he would get tagged, and then Ed Kerner and Carlton just didn't tag him. So, for me hating on him, I think I should give him a little bit of a break. He is an exceptional player, but some teams aren't always going to go out of their way. So, I do apologise about that. He will we'll have to wait and see if someone actually puts a tag on him. So now that means I'm gonna make some moves with DPP. Now I can swing some plays around, and this is the strength of DPP. If you didn't notice, you can substitute and flick him all about. But I've only got 127k, which means if I do these two primos, I will have to miss out on Matt Roberts. Now Matt Roberts, I think in 33 average, he's had a pretty poor start and all that, but it's actually a blessing at that price because he was the sub for the first 4 games. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he was sub. Let's say yes. He was. I know he subbed on that game and that one, and it's just absolutely ruined his score. And yeah, played minutes 15, 31, 24, and look at him now. He's come on for a 91, which is very very impressive. So I like him as an option. I think he was really nice with Sydney, and he did some great things. And he has Geelong next. But if he can stay in the side, I like him as an option. The best part is he'll get this 4 out of his system next week, and if he goes 50 again, blimey me, he'll make some moolah. So I like the option of Matt Roberts. Like I said, with this trade, I can't do it. The one I will be looking at bringing in is if I flick Constable down, and then I can bring in. Where is he? Where is the man, the myth, the legend? I was thinking about Dylan Williams, but if I do Dylan Williams, I go a bit too short here. So the other man I was thinking about bringing in is Seamus Mitchell. Bit early on him, and he's not going to make cash straight away like a Matt Roberts. But to get these 2 mid primos that I want is the trade I'll have to do. So this is the first option. And the nice thing about this trade is if I flick took on, my mids are just bolstered. Like my lowest mid is Ashcroft, and even here I've Samson, Ryan, and Fergus Green. But presuming Caminiti's gonna be out, I now have a loophole here. So let's say I take the E of him, put the E here. Yeah, I can now wait and see what Fergus Green scores. So if Fergus Green goes like 60 or 70, then I can just put Caminiti on the ground, get Samson Ryan score, and I'll get Fergus Green's score. And no matter what, I'm probably going to take Will Phillips' score. Will Phillips should score nicely against the Gold Coast Suns, so yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. The defense is hasn't changed much. The only thing I've done is flick Sheezel up and got rid of Gimby. So nice trades, not much there, but it's mainly the midfield. It's just getting rid of this M8 and just bolstering it, and I'm picking up 2 top 8 mids that I believe can go 120 from here. Especially Laird, who has Hawthorn next, and Hawthorn he's done 125, 178, 111 against. And then took Miller, who's got North Melbourne, who's got 104, but 167 and 131. Then he's got Richmond next as well, 135. Melbourne he's got 140, 140, 140. So overall, my projected's a little less doing it this way, but I'm so much more in love with the team. I just love these 2 guys, and the reason I want to show this one first is because this is the one I'm most likely going to do. Because at the end of the day, you also want to enjoy your super coach. I enjoy watching Took Miller, and I enjoy watching Laird. And as much as the projected can give a different idea, you see here Bones is projected 50. Bones is a nickname for Jones. Samson 40. I think some of these players could easily outdo themselves here. So yeah, that's the first one I was looking at. The one weakness is obviously this mid and defense loop. I don't like what it looks like there. I think I should have more options, but it is what it is. Now, to go to the second trade, let's reverse. Now, let's say in this scenario, we're going to keep Setterfield. Now, Cam McKenzie and Gimby are the two that are going. But instead of this time getting rid of someone like Setterfield or anyone else that I know is playing, I get rid of Caminiti, who's already made 120k and is probably going to miss a couple weeks, or should miss a couple weeks. Now, going through my trades again, I only have 1,174,000 in my team. So I'm gonna have to pick up a couple of other players. And the first and foremost person I'd be picking up is a rookie who I know is already got a good break even and gonna make cash, Matthew Roberts. So he's my first one that would come in, a little bit different from the other side. Now in defense, I would be snagging up. Who would I be? Oh yeah, the guy I was talking about last week. Where is he? Jack Sinclair. Here he is. Up for 546k, which is quite nice. There's also Jake Lloyd around there, but I talked about Sinclair. I love his game, and Collingwood really took over in that, and he has and I think he has a really nice style. He was on 70 points at halftime, and a lot of the run-in St Kilda defenders just got kicked out of it, which is a bit unfortunate. So he's nice to have there. And the other one who's gone down to a really, really cheap price just for us is Cornelio. Also had a pretty good game against Hawks. He just does some clangers and does some stuff that really hurts his score, which is a bit unfortunate. But he's at 480k. I don't know if I feel like that's the cheapest we might get him. So now let's click the trade to this. It's obviously the best part about this as well is I get rid of Caminiti, who might be a bit of a dead rookie for a while, and then I get Matt Roberts, who'll make cash quicker instead of a what's his name, Seamus Mitchell. So now let's play around with the team a little bit, make it look nice. Yep. Probably should have swung. Let's see. No, that's nice. I could probably swing Sheasel up and then move Constable and Phillips down, but this is what I'll leave at the moment. Now, as you can see, my projected is like so much higher than the last one. It's just overall looks like a way better team. Got this dominant forward line. I don't even know how Goulden gets back in. Might have to trade Goulden out. And this defense. Now comparing it to the one where I had Took in Laird, I think I had an extra. I have one extra rookie off the field. Actually, my lowest rookie is Wilmot. Wilmot's my worst one, and then there's obviously McKenna and Jones and Phillips is your mid prices. Phillips is so. I do like this trade a little bit more. This is more playing towards money ball. This is like cheap skating and getting the best rookies I can possibly on field. But as I've said before, the other trade gets me Took and Laird, who I enjoy watching more than a Sinclair or Cornelio, because although this trade gets me better rookies, Took and Laird I could watch every day and just enjoy how they play. So that's the real conundrum I have. Do I want this team which is probably projecting extra 40 points and I get the better rookies on field? Or do I go with my gut and go with the players which I know are going to be top 6 this year? And I obviously lose Setterfield, and I kind of want to give Setterfield another go. But the team has been, what did I click? They've messed around with it somehow. That's okay, undo changes. I'm pretty sure this round I'm going to go with my heart. Supercoach is a game to enjoy. This projected can also be misleading, because this rookie, Phillips, is projected 74, could easily go like 20, and Baker could go 60, so take projected with a grain of salt and go with your heart. I love Setterfield, but I want the players I love to watch, so Setterfield's going to unfortunately have to go. Caminiti will be a loophole here, and let's go back to Gimby and McKenzie. let's bring in one of my favourite players ever took. And let's bring in Led. And I wonder if I can make so many fancy moves. So if I put Sheezel up here, what happens if I move... Oh, what about Ned Moyel? But then I've just too much down here. Too many donuts. Gulden down here. Let's Gulden get me. Actually, that might be a bit of a nicer trade when shoving Phillips down here. And then I can put Constable here. And then Seamus Mitchell here. Is that what I'm going to go with? Yeah. So that's a little bit different from my last one. I forgot I had Gulden up here. Could easily flick him down. Unless I'd done that last time. Oh, well, my mind... No, I had Will Phillips down there, that's right. Now let's put you on here. And you on here. Now let's look back at the loophole game who I have. I'll put Oscar Baker emergency. If he doesn't play well, then I can just flick Constable on. And same goes to here. I can just put Fergus Green here. And if he doesn't play well, I'll just leave Samson Ryan on. And up here, presuming Cohen almost gets dropped, which I think he might get dropped. Although Sard got injured, so he might play again. Either way, I'm pretty happy with leaving McKenna, Jones, and Wilmot on field. And yeah, this is the squad. Like I said, the other one got me 40 more projected points, but I look at this team and it just makes me a lot happier to own. It just looks a lot better. I feel a lot better owning it, and yeah, if some injuries pop up, there can be a change. Like I always say, injuries can just twist my arm and have to make me make some trades. But until then, I'm happy to run this squad. So now, let's think of these captains. Let's run through all these games. So Freo and Western Bulldogs. Maybe Bontempelli could have a big game that game. Maybe Tim English if you own Tim English. Shrek. Shrek might win the hitouts, but I don't think Shrek wins around the ground. Tim English is like another midfielder, so take that one with a grain of salt. West Coast Eagles and Port Adelaide. Rosie should have a big one. Let's see what Rosie scored against West Coast Eagles last time. He scored, and they've been giving up lots of points to forwards and mids as well. Where is it? 153. Yeah, Rosie's more than a fun. He's a fun captain option if you want it. West Coast Eagles, maybe Tim Kelly, but I wouldn't be captaining anyone from West Coast Eagles at the moment. Let's go back. I know the other game is GWS and Brisbane. GWS and Brisbane, you would go Lockie Neal. And I don't think maybe Jelly, but I don't have enough confidence in that. So my main one is Rosie, English. Over here, I'd go Neal. Geelong and Sydney. Maybe if you own Jeremy Cameron. Sneaky option there, Jeremy Cameron. Or even Lloyd. Maybe the bulk of take that with a grain of salt. That one I probably wouldn't pick any captains here. This one easily Dawson or Laird. Choose your poison, and in poison I mean in a good way. But if Finn McGuinness isn't playing, both of them will have a field day. Carlton and Saints. Ooh, maybe go if Mark Pittonet is injured. Ron Marshall could be a sneaky one, but I don't have much confidence in that. Carlton could also probably have Walsh go nuts. Walsh is starting to warm up, and I love him as a player. And he'll probably want to go hard for a win. So would want to go hard for a Carlton win after Adelaide's performance. So he could be nice. Gold Coast and North. LDU could probably have a field day, especially against the Gold Coast mids. And same goes for Gold Coast. Took me a look at have a field day against the North mids. So either of those options are pretty decent. Melbourne and Richmond. I'm in love with Clary when he goes up against Richmond. He's usually scored really, really well against him. Let's have a look at his points. 168, 111, 96. So, bit of a fall here, but 168 last time he versed them, and they're currently the So that means they're the fourth best team at leaking points to midfielders, and that's just the way Richmond usually plays. Richmond don't tag. Richmond just bank they're gonna beat them everywhere else. So yeah, I like Clary as an option in that one. Richmond maybe. I don't have enough confidence to captain Taranto or Hopper, so I'd mainly be looking at Clary, even Petrarca in this game. Oh, and actually, maybe the big one, Grundy. I'm not a Grundy owner, but Grundy's going to be versus Samson Ryan and Ben Miller. So there's no excuses he should be losing the hit out. So Grundy's a huge one here if you have him. Anzac Day. I'd probably. Nick Dacos would probably be a nice captain option. Also, Darcy Parish. Darcy Parish usually loves to play his Anzac Day games. He didn't go too well here, but that was his sixth ever game. Yeah, Darcy Parish usually loves his Anzac games, so I'd probably go either Nick Dacos or Darcy Parish. And yeah, those are the captain options, and this is going to be my team. A nice little double upgrade provided from Doherty. And so, just getting rid of, what is it? So, Took was basically an upgrade from Steele and Gimby, but Laird's coming from my Sam Doherty downgrade last week. Now, like I said, I lost 70k with Sam Doherty. Laird's lost 60k, so it's not much of a loss at the end of the day. I haven't conceded, and Dawson might keep going well. He probably will keep going well, and I will have to grab him sometime in the season. But I'm happy to wait for McKenna and Wilmot and all them to finish being plumped up, and I'll make some trades. Also, sorry, to make it official, go VC Laird, Captain Clary, and my loophole will be Caminiti. So, yeah, or Caminiti or even Buddy Constable. So, got a bit of loopholes now. So, have to decide by the end of the week. Let's see what rookies are in, let's rookies are out. But at the moment, this would be my preferred trade. I'd love to have Took and Laird in my side. Awesome. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope you have a lovely weekend. Best of luck with Supercoach for Friday. Love you guys and have a good one.